Okay, onward to the final 5.
All right.
2010 Pebble Beach, number 9.
Right. Talk about dramatic. I feel like in this case it doesn't get much more dramatic. That sky is just unbelievable.
Carmel Beach there.
Carmel Beach, Carmel, the mountains. It has everything.
It's a beautiful part of the golf course. If you walk out that far, it's just...
But you don't see that scene that much, which is sort of amazing
Right.
to me.
It's not as known as the 18th, but this painting just takes you there, and it's beautiful. 10th at Congressional.
Yeah,
The new 10th.
The new 10th.
The old
which
18th
was-
reversed.
Yeah, which is confusing as all get out. And of course the 18th, which was the old 17th, is over there on the left. I had to get that in there, but I love the circular shape of that whole composition. It's really good. With that clubhouse and showing you the elevations. So that's basically
That was a pretty easy choice to pick that hole.
yeah.
I remember Rory's shot on there really clinched the U.S. Open. The 8th at Olympic.
Ah, yeah, this is very dramatic, and I love it. Those trees are naked, of course. And the clubhouse again, that's a brand new hole, and they did a beautiful job on it. They took out all the extraneous trees that used to be there. That's a total reroute of the old 8. And very beautiful. I thought set it off just like they did it on purpose. But what was really funny was when I was working on this, and I work with a mirror behind me, so I can see the composition fresh without being influenced by something you look at all the time. And if there's anything wrong with it, it'll pop right out, you know. So I'm looking at it and I'm going, gosh, that looks familiar, backwards. So I went and got out the old image of the 18th, and honest to God, it looked like the exact same composition. When you put 18 in reverse, or this one in reverse, it is exactly the same. It's almost freaky.
So explain it with the use of a mirror. When you're actually creating the painting, you have a mirror behind you.
Yeah, and I look at it occasionally just to check to see if anything sticks out, if anything, or if I'm having a problem and I know there's something wrong here, I just don't know what it is. You just go look at it backwards, and sometimes it'll just pop right out. It's sort of like
Interesting.
when you look at something for so long and you just can't see it anymore. If you walk away and come back later.
The 16th at Marion.
Marion, yeah. I did actually, I went there after the U.S. Open at Congressional. I just drove there and went and took pictures, and it's a fabulous course. I just loved it. I felt like I was in England. You know, it's got that kind of character to it, and it was very hard to figure out what hole, because there's famous holes, there's holes, you know, there's just so many. And I took a lot of pictures, but I wasn't really 100% happy. So when I went home and looked and looked and looked at them, I said, I gotta go back. So I went back the next May, and that was when I saw that scene with the quarry. I was fascinated by the quarry. And when it was all lit up with a Scotch broom, I said, okay, that's it. And it does have a couple blackbirds in the Scotch broom, which are microscopic, but you can see the red wing and everything.
Where do you find that yellow? It reminds me of the gorse in Scotland.
Well, it is.
Brilliance.
I mean, the Scotch broom is over there, too. It's the same plant. It's not gorse now, but Scotch broom blooms at the same time as the gorse does.
Okay.
But it's all over that course.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And here we go to Pinehurst, 2014.
Number 25.
The 9th hole.
Fabulous. Well, I was taking my hole-by-hole tour. And, of course, I know all the holes there and photographed many of them before. And when I had considered the 9th hole in the past, but I just didn't do it for me. So when I saw it this time, it was just, okay, this is it. It's just so dramatic. And, you know, what they did to change it. And then that morning light hitting it there, I said, okay, that's it. You know, I'm finished. I don't have to look any further. It was just beautiful. And it actually reminds me of Pine Valley.
Yeah, I was going to say that, with especially the
Looks like
bunker
a-
on the left. Okay, so on this, the final 5, we had Pebble Beach.
Oh, and there is a fox squirrel in there who lives on that hole. And I know he has a name because the caddies would feed him every morning. And when they started the 10th tee, which is right next to that, I was there at dawn, you know, and they show up, and the squirrel is like begging like crazy. And each caddy came along and fed him something.
Okay, Linda, so out of the final 5, we have Pebble Beach, the 9th, Congressional 10th, Olympic Club the 8th, Marion the 16th, and Pinehurst the 9th.
Oh, man.
Which is your favorite of this
Really
5?
tough. Well, right now, I think the current one is the favorite. But that's tough because the Pebble Beach one is incredible and Marion's incredible. So it's,
Okay.
but right now, I'm in love with that one, I guess.
Okay, so we're down to, we have the top 5
Oh, boy,
out
now
of
you're
the
gonna ask me to
25. We have the 18th at Pebble Beach. We have the 16th at Shinnecock. We have the 4th at Bethpage. The 3rd at Torrey Pines. And the 9th at Pinehurst. Da-da-da-da, the drum roll, please. Your favorite of your 25 U.S. Open paintings is...
Can't do that. No.
She's a mother with 5 children. There is no selection.
No.
Okay.
You'll have to have your viewers pick.
Well, you have some marketing PR in you, don't you? All right, you hear that, viewers. You have to pick. But we're going to guide you with the top 5.
Yeah, maybe we can get my website people too to vote.
So, Linda, how do you feel after seeing the 25 paintings, kind of in rapid succession, but your thoughts about creating them and the 25 years?
It was a really special thing to do. I'm really glad I did it, and I'm looking forward to new things.
So tell me,
25 was just perfect.
25 is a good number.
Yeah. 25 is a really good number.
Well, you're not only the renowned golf landscape artist, but you're the major with all your work, including the Ryder Cup, the Masters, the U.S. Open, the British Open. Thank you very, very much for this interview and sharing your insights on your painting, and we wish you well
Thank you.
in all your pursuits.
Thank you so much.